Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, Pi, thanks for the lurk. Marathon, how are you doing? Oh, boy. Here we are. Ready to go for some whiskey and world building. Today I'm drinking my favorite, just one though. Just one. Because I've got a DM shortly after this stream. You should be going to sleep sometime soon. No problem. No problem. I know that it's late. It's late hours for Pi and Morath both. Why does it look like a pear? Maybe. Maybe it does. It kind of does, hey? I don't know. This was from a wonderful website. Let me see if I can find it again. Google Fantasy City Map Generator. There you go. Medieval Fantasy City Generator. It's kind of a random generator, right? But you can change all sorts of aspects of it. Just close all that down, right? Like you can, it'll, so you can, so you can just hit the generate button or the size button multiple times, right? And it'll auto generate a map. You can decide what elements it has. But if there are some aspects of it that you don't like I feel like this street here should curve the other way, then you can do that, right? And it'll change different aspects of it. It's kind of neat. And so this is what I got put together for our first major city in the campaign, Lysantia. So Lysantia is a large city by sort of medieval fantasy standards, right? It's got a population of about 15,500, which is, town sized to us nowadays, but was a large city in more sort of medieval times, or the kind of times that are set during Dungeons and Dragons. What about people living around the city? That's a good question, yeah. Well, you have all these little suburban communities as well, right? Like the, number 9 and number 7 and number 6, these sort of suburban communities, which the term suburb literally means like beneath the walls or beneath the outside of the outside walls of the city. Yeah, so you have these little outlying communities, and then further afield you have more towns and things like that. Well, historically, that's a good question. I'm not sure about I'm not sure the answer to that. Obviously, you live in a country with a medieval European history, and I do not. I think that's probably true. Because many of these old cities, especially if you're thinking traditional medieval fantasy, is sort of more Western Europe sort of oriented, like post-Roman Empire kind of thing. I know certainly in England, most walled cities, their walls were first put up by the Romans. Sorry. And so that puts sort of a cap on how big the city can grow. And then of course over time populations improve, more people want to move to the city, but there's no room inside the city. So I think you're probably right, Pi, that most people probably lived outside, although certainly it's a lot more spread out outside the city walls than it was inside. So we have, think it was a huge difference between population in and outside the city. You're probably right, although I don't know a heck of a lot about that. I get the feeling
that is why I'm your king.
Right.
Listen,
oh
strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is no basis for a system of government.
Very true. Although in Dungeons and Dragons, it is a basis for a system of government. Yeah, this is only my second time running a Whiskey and World Building, like one of these world building streams with this setup. I've learned a lot over the last several months about setting up scenes and things like that. I just did a whole bunch of work over the last few days, completely redoing my overlays. So you got some good ones now. All right. So, Brucey, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope the pronouns extension that hey, no problem, Pi, I appreciate it. I hope the pronouns extension that you clued me into actually works here. Oh, not at all, Pi. Not at all. If I didn't want to be bugged, Pi, then I wouldn't be streaming this stuff. I love the conversation, and I feel like I learned a bit from you. Too warm for you? What's the temperature over there, buddy? Also, I hope, like I said, I hope that pronoun extension is working for you. Looks like it is on the Twitch dashboard, but on the OBS chat, it is not. So in OBS itself, which is where I mostly look at my chat, pronouns thing is not working. Interesting. Dad joke already. Oh boy. First of all, this music is lovely. Let's turn it down a little bit. How's the volume mix? I put my microphone closer to my face here. Because looking at the clips from Divinity with Kali, I felt like I was a little bit soft. So how's the sound balance here? We'll pull that dad joke out. Here we go. What did one hat say to another? Morath, what did one hat say to another? It said, wait here, I'm going on ahead. Dude. 35. Brutal. Brutal. Yeah. We've been in the 40s lately. We had our you probably heard on the news actually, Brucey, that we were in the 40s because it was kind of national news. We had a really, really brutal heat wave here in BC. If I look at the weather right now, we're at 32, which is a nice respite from the mid 40s. Yeah. Yep, that was here. That was it here in British Columbia, Pi. New record temperature. By a lot. By a lot. I think it beat the previous by like 5 degrees, which is a lot. Time to track me. Where in Canada is 35 degrees? Or what did I say? 32. Where in Canada is 32 right now? But we had there was a town nearby where I live that completely burnt down because I live up in the mountains, right? And so towns are built in like the mountain valleys. And it was so hot, and we had a record dry spring. Like our amount of precipitation that we usually get in the springtime this year is about 20% of what we normally get, which is insane to me. We got 1/5 of the precipitation in springtime than we normally get in spring. So record heat, record dry conditions, and basically the air funneling through this canyon and down from the mountains basically took what was a small brush fire and turned it into a blowtorch. And the amount of time between the amount of time between fire services spotting the fire out there, like way off in the distance, and the town being engulfed in flames was a matter of minutes, not hours. So it's a really, really tragic situation.
Hello,
Colliflumps is here. Hello, Collie. All right. No peeking. He's allowed to peek. There's no spoilers. No spoilers for this one. So, what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be turning this map that I generated off of that website I showed you guys earlier into a proper city. You see that there are 10 districts in Lysantia. I guess he can stay. There are 10 districts in Lysantia here. We have Old Lysantia, which is where the castle is located. There we go. Where the castle is located right here. So this brown sort of district is Lysantia. I'm not 100% sure if the color difference is coming through on stream. I hope it is. Section number 2 is the Duskway. Right, so Lysantia started out in this brown section. It extended into section 4, the far bank of the river, into New Lysantia, and down southward into Duskway, and then that's roughly when they built the walls. Who rules Lysantia? You know who does, Shiraz, but that's a secret. You know who rules Lysantia, but that's a secret. And then you have the city walls right here. And then outside of the city walls, you have part of New Lysantia. You have the small suburban community of Dawn Hall out in the farmlands. You have the Sunset District, which is number 5 right here. Hey, Collie, thanks for the lurk. Shiraz, that's why it's a secret. This is a spoiler-free Whiskey and Worldbuilding stream. So if anybody has anything spoilery, like plot hooks, side quests, NPC secrets, things that are happening sort of under the table, please DM them to me. Am I taking cues from your city? I don't think so. Am I? Is there anything similar? Most of these districts are generated by the website. I think New Lysantia and Dawn Hall are the only two that I changed. Oh, and I changed Copper Hill as well. You got the Grove in section 6. District 7 is Glass Hill. District 8 is the South District, obviously located south. District 9 is Copper Hill. And District 10 is Far Shore. Yeah, the new chat's pretty cool. I spent a few days, Shiraz, working on new overlays. So here we are. So we have our 10 districts. And then here's what I have for the city so far. Same thing as when we did the caravan city, and I can actually split screen this if you guys wanted to. But same layout as the caravan town, only we have a much larger population. We have a population of 15,358 people inside Lysantia. It's a much more robust economy than the caravan is. So characters doing skill rolls to conduct a trade or a craft get a +2 bonus for access to take into account, like access to any kind of goods that they would need at competitive prices, right? So whereas it might be a little bit harder, a little bit more expensive for Mazra to do her tinkering or Goldrill to do his potion brewing inside the caravan, with access to the plethora of goods that are available in Lysantia's markets, it would be actually easier for them to do their trade. item cap, yeah, 10,000 gold. So items up to a cost of 10,000 gold are available in the city. Not necessarily universally, but this is basically a hard cap right here, right? Is that there under no circumstances is there an item for sale worth more than 10,000 gold. And then the city as a whole, the merchants collectively as a whole have 8,000 gold pieces, 80,000 gold pieces rather, in available cash. So if the characters start to splash, start to try to sell stuff, they can sell up to a total of 80,000 gold pieces in exchange for raw cash. Yeah, you'll have to wait till the next town. Yeah. Magic items as well operate a little bit differently. Magic items, there may be magic items up to a value of 50,000 gold pieces available in this city. And then consumables like scrolls and potions up to 10,000 gold pieces. And the highest level spell that anybody can purchase, whether in the form of a wizard's services, so wizard or cleric, please cast this spell for me, or whether in the form of scrolls or potions or other magic items, the spell level cap is 7th level. So, I want to, yeah, absolutely. I also found this, Brucey, which is a really neat, this is a really neat resource right here from a homebrewed source book called Strongholds. What's it called? Strongholds. I hope I don't spoil anything by opening this up. Fortresses, Temples, and Strongholds, which I've used previously in this game. But this is Traders and Merchants, which expands on that source book and can give us some merchant inventories according to quality. So we got a D20 table for merchants. Where do you want to start? Yeah, it's really cool. So you can pick a merchant and then you can pick a quality of their goods, or we can randomly roll it. It doesn't matter to me. But then based on the merchant and the quality, like alcohol and refreshments right here, so an atrocious quality. Alcohol and refreshment merchants will sell non-alcoholic ale and water, as an example, right? While a very good one has some brandy, some rum, some vodka, some fine wine, in addition to anything on the list below that as well. So I'll park for a little while on this. Let me exactly, that's why it's atrocious. There we go. That's blown up a little bit more for you to be able to see. So Brucey, you get why don't you take first pick? What do you see off of this list? That would be fun, Shiraz. Yeah, let's make a couple random ones. Let's start with Brucey's idea, and then we'll circle back to the random ones. So you're kind of talking about, who would that be? That's not really represented on this list, but I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Like a hunter's supplier, like a hunter's outfitters, a wilderness outfitters. Like 5 out of 10. Okay. So let's start with a good shop. Yeah. So let's give it that name, Animal Parts Shop, for now. And then you can tell me a name. I can open this up as well if we need, if we are blanking on any ideas for NPCs. Good for spell components. Good. Well, why don't we do a roll? I wonder if I can... Is there a roll command for chat? Let's see if I can add one. There we go. Let's see if we could do that. We can do our rolls right in chat. Nightbot lets you add commands that evaluate math functions. I don't want Nightbot. I want stream elements. Okay. I won't worry about that. I'll just open up Roll20. Do it off here just in case I need to log in. I do not need to log in. Okay. Oh. Spoilers. No spoilers for tonight's session. Okay. So, I roll a d20. Oh, it's a crit. Natural 20. Okay. What does it call it in here? Excellent. Likely masterwork or magical. Grix's creature part grab bag. Nice. Hey, Sleepy. How are you doing? Owner is Grix Fiddlestaff. And who is Grix Fiddlestaff? Description. Goods. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm doing very well. What's a highlight of your day so far? Who would sell knickknacks, caltrops, leatherworking merchant, magic items? Magic items just sells raw magic items. Rick's Fiddlestaff is a shop owner. Thank you. Haha. Potions and herbs. Lovely. Religious idols and blessings. I'm looking for... I wonder if there's something in here that gives you like a price limit on spell components. I guess not. Tools, spell components. No. Okay. So we'll just ballpark a so animal based. What if we do like plant and animal based spell components worth up to 1,000 gold. Right? So if you need a spell component worth up to 1,000 gold, Grix is your Grix. Well, that's a good question. We haven't done that. We haven't done that. I think primarily human. No, we need to handle that. It is primarily human, not gnome. Okay. No, we'll say no gnomes to this one. That's okay. We don't need to have gnomes in every city. Gnomes are banned. Gnomes are banned from the city. Hey, Oxy, do we need to sneak Foodle in? Okay. Too much work. They just don't live here. That's okay. Thinking about where we're near. We're actually near-ish Gurpak. Robert Bruce. Yes. Yes. Grix could be anything. Like just because of like what the race structure is within the city, doesn't matter to me. Right? Like if you know, even if Grix is like the only kobold in town, that's fine. A rotund but short kobold. Ooh. A special night elf mohawk class. Tell us about that, Oxy. Tell us more about that. What is a mohawk class? Okay, who speaks with broken English. Is there like an accent that we might approximate? Like, you know, French Canadian broken English sounds a lot different from like German broken English sounds a lot different from, you know, Hispanic broken English. I don't know. We're gonna say that he used to be the night elf, but that looks like Mr. T. That sounds amazing. That sounds incredible. Oh my goodness. Tell us more. Cockney. He used to be the finest hunter of his tribe, but moved to Santia as a refugee when they were all wiped out. Okay. All right. Cockney or K person. I'll see what when the time comes to introduce this character, I'll see what inspiration strikes me. All right. So plant and animal based spell components worth up to 1,000 gold. He also sells furs, claws, assorted animal parts. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what does Cockney sound like? Is Sir Michael Caine? Good day, travelers. No, that's no good. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. All right. So he sells assorted animal parts. So he's got some good quality stuff. Join today and play as my special night off Mohawk class. I think I do remember that. Oxy. I've never played WoW. So, what does Grick sell? Claws, pelts, furs, blood, parts, and substances. Many of which come from rare creatures such as displacer beasts, manticores, etc. Yeah, probably a 50-year-old commercial at least, sure. I love that. He wears a 3-piece suit that doesn't fit quite right, as if he stole it from someone smaller than him, but doesn't wear shoes. Love it. That was supposed to be a... Poop. There we go. What does this shop look like, Brucey? And who else hangs out there? Who else might the characters encounter in this shop? Let's make like a... Let's make a Wizard's Apprentice. Let's go Tiefling, random, classic, wizard. Okay, here we go. Charity, a female tiefling wizard. So it says she has red skin and brown hair, green eyes. Frequently shops at the Crab Bag. Frequently shops here to find rare and powerful spell components as in an effort to leapfrog her way to arcane greatness. So she cuts corners. Finally joined the Discord. Hey, well, welcome. I appreciate that, Oxy. Why do I have my multi-stream on? I'm not multi-streaming. Stream elements. Chat commands. Timers. Multi-stream off. D&D on. Let's put the D&D on. Okay, so we got furs hanging from the ceiling, drying hides in a corner, shelves with jars of various creature parts purposely distinguishable. Barrel kept by the front door with full of various types of wood and sticks. Nice. Now, if he's got hides drying in the corners, curing hides was typically something that was a very sort of gross process. And so I don't think he would be located inside the city walls. I also think he might be, we might find him somewhere near the river. So Sunset District or South District, I'm thinking. Or possibly up here. Let's see, where would be a good place? I think somewhere around here, because he's got access to this big traders route, like somewhere in this area. So let's put him in let's put him in Copper Hill near the river. Located in Copper Hill near the river and Northwest Gate. Yeah. Runs around the shop with a stool that he uses to grab things from up high. Perfect. Yeah, because I know when you're curing hides, urine is used in that process. I think for the ammonia content, and so people who cured hides and leathers and things like that, way back in the day, they would actually be banned from living and operating inside of cities because of the stench that came from that production process. So yeah, he would be located somewhere outside the city walls and probably near the river to dump his waste at the end of the day. Same thing with cloth dyeing. Was all done outside of city limits as well. Awesome. I like this already. So we got Charity, the female tiefling wizard, who's she's a sort of a young wizard. A young wizard with big ambitions, but lacks the talent. Not talent, lacks the self-discipline needed to achieve them. Frequently looking for shortcuts. Talks in third person. Let's see if I can remember all that. Speaks in third person. Perfect. That's amazing. Okay. All right. Now let's do... That's a great first one. Let's do a couple of these at random. Shall we? Flutter is hosting. Yeah, and if anybody who is watching or lurking, who's interested in watching us play this campaign, this city is not going to appear in tonight's session. The party did not choose to head in this direction, which is perfectly fine. But it will be happening soon. Yeah, they chose to They chose to go with the adventurers, not the merchants. Well, it's a little late. It's a little late. They're already where they're going. But they will be coming here. They will be coming here. Shiraz, they cannot escape you. This is the merchant choice. Yeah. Founder Story 420-69. I'm doing fantastic. How are you? I know. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Oh, well. That's okay. They'll get there. I promise you they'll get there. All right. So let's do one at random. So we roll a couple of 20s. First roll is a 1. Second roll is a 5. So what have we created? Alcohol and refreshments. Very poor. So we've got a... Sorry, Shiraz. So we got a very poor alcohol and refreshment. Windbags of chaos, as Vinyl calls it. Okay. So basically we have a dive bar is what we have here. So we got a dive pub. Very poor. A specialty is ale, which they sell for 2 copper pieces. What's the description here? Flavor will not leave mouth until next short rest. So I think this is going to be a rundown tavern. Located inside an old, dilapidated windmill on the riverbank. The wood is rotting. The whole structure leans slightly out over the river, as if about to tumble in. That's good that you're just chilling, Phantom Story 420 and WoW 69. How's your day been so far? What have you been up to? Dibney Fritz. I love it. So yeah, Dour, Hawks, Scarred, and Stubborn Old Man. Poor customer service, poor selection of drinks. Generally shouldn't be this business. Neo, thanks for the hydrate, man. to hydrate. Thank you so much, pal. Love it. Too much thinking. Fender Story 420-0069, thank you. Thanks for keeping me hydrated. Alright. Missing his ring finger and pinky on his left hand. Brucey, could you DM me in Discord why he is missing his ring finger and pinky? I don't know if you submitted that with an idea as to why, but I feel like there's a story itching to get out of that. Dibney calls it my ale. So if anybody asks like what the ale is called, if it has like a fancy story or fancy name, it's just my ale. Now drink up. He also serves a goat stew with little tufts of fur still in it. Delicious. Can anybody think of a character other than the owner that like an NPC that might frequent this place? All right. In the meantime, there you go. He just calls it Dibney Fritz's Pub. That's the name. In the meantime, let's do another one. Anybody who has any ideas, feel free to contribute them in chat. Basically, here's a list of different kinds of merchants there might be. If you have an idea for an NPC to populate this town, if you have an idea for... this is spoiler free though, so any sort of plot hooks or secrets or anything like that, DM them to me on Discord. But as far as the public face of these things go, yeah, I'm looking for shops that sell goods, people that perform services. I'm looking for NPCs that might be interesting for the characters to meet. I'm looking for interesting locations in the town, so even like landmarks or things like that. So if you want to add one, I know that the players in the Winds of Chaos campaign love it when I tell them that, you know, this thing was made by Brucey or this aspect of the city was made by Neo. They love that stuff. The TikToker that cosplays is a bar owner for D&D groups, and it's called Quincy's Tavern. The person was born with a disfigured hand, and he's missing, I think, the ring and middle fingers entirely, but his other fingers aren't full either, but he's still able to grasp and use that hand. That's really cool. That's awesome, Oxy. That's really neat. Drunkard sailor who sings out-of-tune sea shanties. Love it. Love it. Male, human, drunkard sailor who sings out of tune sea shanties while plowing back. Mugs of ale. There we go. Meantime, yeah, here's our city as well. So we made this in we made this in a medieval fantasy city map generator that you can find with an easy Google. Really, really cool application. Just done in your browser, which is really neat. Pretends to be as a D&D room, makes potions and food, and rents rooms for the night. It's really fun to watch his stuff. That's awesome. That's really cool. You said you just joined my Discord, Oxy. There is a Dungeons and Dragons text channel. If you could drop a link to that guy's page, that would be really cool. That might be really neat. All right. I'm thinking Dibney's is located in Duskway. Duskway near the river. So we have southern edge of Duskway near the river. Yeah, that'd be really cool, Oxy. Thank you. All right. So let's do another one. So we'll roll a d20 for the type of merchant, and then we'll roll one for the quality. So 4 and a 13. All right. So 4 is flowers and seeds, so it's a flower shop. We're gonna make a flower shop. And 13 is good. Hey, thanks, Brucey. Crafts, knickknack, leatherworking, magic items. Did I miss it? Flowers and seeds. There we go. So what is this? Footsteps clattering against cobblestone. A female human wearing an airy pink dress walks slowly through the dingy city streets, attempting to be seen. In the crook of her arms lies a basket of fresh picked wildflowers. A small taste of country living that she sells. But for a few pieces of copper. Pardon me. Look at that. Flower shop. Shiraz, I feel like you've got this. So, chat, I'm soliciting ideas. Who owns this flower shop? What does this flower shop look like? Where is it located? What do they sell? Midna Muddle. I love it. Maybe she is like a... She's like a one-time alchemist and an apothecary. Give up the life to run a flower shop. Yeah, no problem, Oxy. Thank you so much for sharing that. That sounds really cool. I've got spoilery ideas for this one, so hold on. I'm just gonna create the Santia spoilers. Right. It could be anything. It's whatever you want. Being just a florist, yeah, it's whatever you guys want. I'm down for anything. I do like the idea of just a florist. Right. Okay. Well, let's get started on what she sells. So, goods include so sort of handmade flower crowns, glow blossoms, which are one silver piece a dozen. Emit 10, emit light, 10-foot radius. She also sells flowers. Fruit tree seeds. We won't put the seeds of the flowers that she sells. Obviously, she sells flowers of those, or seeds of those. Grows, whistles loudly when brushed against. Interesting. That's an interesting little plant. Fruit tree seeds. Let's grab one more thing from the mediocre. Never mind, it's just fine flowers. Roses, lavender, tulips, or similar. Roses, tulips, lavender, etc. Full copper pieces, a dozen. Stargazer lilies, sure. Yeah, for that, I might up that. That's a pretty powerful item right there. This is 2. Like, I think it was put out there that average daily wage in D&D, I remember reading somewhere, average daily wage for like a farmer or something like that is 1 silver piece. So 1 silver piece for a dozen flowers that glow or make noise when they're brushed against. Especially big on stargazer lilies. Loves stargazer lilies. Is that in here somewhere? What are stargazer lilies? Oh, it's a actual. It's an actual thing. It's an actual flower. Thank you, Shiraz. Thank you for that clarification. I think this is probably a she operates a stall at the marketplace, at the market plaza, but where's the market? There's 2 of them. At the central market plaza. Okay. Actually, I think this is the temple right here. So put it there. There we go. She grows all of her flowers herself at her small manor house, which is essentially one big indoor, outdoor garden center. She basically lives in a Home Depot garden center. All right. There we go. Anybody who has an idea for a merchant or an NPC or a landmark or anything like that, just chime in. Who is the primary god of this? Let's find that out. Who is the primary god or gods of this town? Let's open up our cosmology document. Nimeter, god of wealth and fortune. Eldrigo, the storm dragon. Grumsh, no. Aaron Selk, no. Slagger, no. Norema, no. No, because they're not near sea. Grignoir, no. 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 This one, maybe. Let's do Staravia. God of Assassins. Staravia, Lady of Light. Is that, did I get that right? Staravia. Yeah, that's the name we gave them. Is Staravia a Pokemon? I never heard of it. Chat came up with the name. With immunities exist and operate with relative freedom. Not even the final evolution? Did you guys hear that CD Projekt Red is making a Pokemon Go style Pokemon Go style mobile game? Wait till Staravia evolves into Staraptor. Sounds amazing. Excellent. Yeah, so jump in anytime with your ideas, folks. In the meantime, I'll just keep on doing random stuff here. See what comes up. 5 and a 20. Oh, we got a high class establishment coming down. Food and animal parts. Didn't we already do? We basically did that already, I think. Food and animal parts. Dragon Bones. Iron Stone. Aristocratic meal. Could make it like a high class, restaurant kind of thing. Sure, let's do it. Super fancy restaurant. Pinkies up only. You get kicked out if your pinky ever drops? Gotcha. Where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put it? Where would a high-class restaurant live? I'm thinking it's got to be like right here, you know? Or by the riverbank, like right here. Yeah. Temple Plaza, right on the riverbank. Yes. Yes. Absolutely, Shiraz. All right. So Temple, this is the Temple Plaza. This is the Temple of Staravia. Right? And then the restaurant is one of these buildings right here. Okay. Located on prime real estate in the Temple Plaza on the riverbank. Okay, no. Okay, no. No. It's not okay. Shiraz, I'm DMing you. Shiraz, you make the owner. Shiraz, you are in charge of creating the owner's public face, but I'm DMing you because this is happening. All right, Shiraz. All right. There we go. Secrets happening. Secrets are happening. All right. It's a high-class establishment with two powerful... Are shield golems still a thing? Remember, they were like a shield guardian? Is that what they are now? Yes. Yes. Look at those stats. All right. Two powerful shield guardians. Just grab. Actually, I won't grab the link for that. And a team of former mercenaries and adventurers providing security. It is an exclusive club aimed at the upper crust of the Santian society. Think like fine carpets, draperies, and tapestries everywhere. Magically floating chandeliers. Got a let's look up. Oh, it's something crazy for like a bartender. I don't want like a high a high devil or anything like that. I think that's a that's a little bit much. Bone devil, no. Chain devil, no. Let's do an Aranis. Aranis. How is it? What does this sound like? Hold on, this will tell me. Let's get that for a second.
Aranis. 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 Aranis.
Okay, an Aranis. All right. So we got an Aranis bartender. Contractually bound to serve the owner. Yes. Bugbear busboy. All right, Shiraz. I need you to start spitting some facts about the owner here. Goods. Human. Male or female? Male human. We need some name, we need some description, perhaps some mannerisms. Age. Okay. Human with a pinch of tiefling. Gotcha. How does his tiefling come out? Where do you see that tieflingness in them? And they shove it in everyone's face, yeah. I'm 1/16 tiefling, I'll have you know. My great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather married a tiefling princess. What do we got? Very good. Excellent. Aristocratic. Most succulent cut of magical beast. All right. Thanks, Shiraz. Why did my D&D thing not post everybody's links? Stream elements. Okay. This is how I'll do it then. Gotta fix that. Bear with me for a second, chat. Stream Elements chatbot is not cooperating with me right now. see. Now, will this work? There it goes. His eye color for his tiefling. So what's what is that eye color? Like red eyes? Oh, we play Oxy. We actually stream this campaign every Tuesday at 6:30 Pacific. So in exactly 3 hours from now, we're going to be streaming the campaign, and it's going to be on Flutterdice channel. You see the command I just put in chat. We actually rotate whose channel we play it on. It's Flutter's turn tonight, so if you make sure that you're followed to all of these people, you will never miss an episode. We also post on our Discords whose place we're at tonight. So when I post my going live message for tonight's D&D stream, I will put a link to Flutter's Discord, or not Discord, Twitch in that post. Yeah, and we'll just talk for an hour before we start playing. It's true. It is unfortunately true. We're getting better about that. We're getting better about rushing into it. Okay. So, I think he's a distinguished and debonair older gentleman. Very worldly, graceful, noble in stature and comportment. His red eyes belie a pinch of tiefling ancestry. Rubs elbows with all the who's who in Lysantia and wider Cormantia. So the kingdom that our characters are just in, I think I may have been remiss in mentioning this part. The kingdom that our characters are in, Cormantia, that they've just entered last session, Lysantia is the capital city of this kingdom. What's the owner's name, Shiraz? I like it. I like it. Yeah. We'll do it. Shiraz Johnson. There we go. He does need a pencil mustache. Yeah. Pencil mustache and gray temples. Right? Yeah. Slicked back hair and graying in his temples. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. He's like the Dos Equis man from those commercials, right? Shiraz Johnson. Probably not that. Yeah. Give me another name, Shiraz. If you were a medieval fantasy character who owned the most exclusive club and restaurant in a kingdom, what would your last name be? Pi, thanks for the hydrate. Oh, more than halfway there. Good job, Megan. What are some dishes that they serve here? So, fanciest food dishes. Everyone's been followed. Oxy, thank you so much for following everybody. I'm sure everybody really appreciates it. World's most expensive dishes. Do we want to go with the world's most expensive dishes? Say very fancy food dishes instead of fanciest. 12 foods that I don't want foods that will make me look fancy. No, I don't want I don't want easy. I don't want things I can make myself. There we go. Braised leeks with mozzarella and a fried egg. Lamb salad with frigola. What's frigola? It's couscous. Okay. The mushroom weasels in the neighboring area? Nice. Okay. What are the mushroom weasels called? Do they have a name? So... Or a chef like Gordon Ramsay? Yeah. I don't think Croque Monsieur is fancy, though. Is it? No, it's not. It's they would not they would not Shiraz would not have this at his restaurant. Bouillabaisse. Bouillabaisse. Oh! Yes! There we go. There's your soup. Bouillabaisse. Face without formatting. Which is a fish and seafood stew. That would be amazing. So, very skilled, but very rage-filled head chef. I like it. All right, here we go. Mushroom weasel ratatouille. From what's the desert called? Did you ever give the name of the desert? No. No, we didn't say dessert. What was a delicious... I think... Griffin steak is like a It's like a big griffin steak tartare. Tolerant of all races, but has a bad history with gnomes and is slightly rude to them. Beautiful. Beautiful. We need some sort of a dessert. There we go. Michelin star desserts. Let's go. Dill and cucumber for dessert? That's amazing. There. This one. Oh, this. This is it right here. Okay. For dessert, we have sheep's milk mousse, pandan curd, and caramelized puffed rice. Randomizing D&D names so I find the last name that I like. Yeah. We'll make the head chef a gnome. Maybe that can be a contribution to his negative history with gnomes. All right. I think we have some NPCs already here, so we're going to skip the other patron section. Let's start another one. All right. So we rolled a 10 and a 4. Ooh. So very poor. Do we really want to do like a leatherworking that's very poor? Bit and brittle pouch water skin. That's kind of just stuff that you would get at a general store. What do they have that's actually interesting here? What if he only seems poor? Interesting. Interesting, Will. I'm sorry, Oxy. I just heard you, Andrew, refer to you that way before. Sorry about that. Okay, good. Well. Poor leatherworker sounds like an oxymoron, yeah. You work with don't you do leather crafts, Brucey? I feel like that's a thing. Who is this leather worker? Not a cheap hobby, yeah. maybe it's a front. But if it is, you need to DM me details on Discord. You can neither confirm nor deny, because that would be spoilery. I will go ahead making a poor leather worker. If you feel like there's more to it than that, Oxy, DM me on Discord. DM me the details, and I'll put it in my spoiler document. Steam. She's not going to be Kenku. Lindsay de Bolbeck. Okay. Yeah, Shiraz Shadeheart. Easy. Shiraz Shadeheart. Lindsay de Bolbeck is a female half-elf. What do we know about her? Straight red hair, brown eyes, green skin. That's a little bit weird. Fanciable face. Smells slightly of dogs. What? She smell of other things if she's working with leather. Fidget sporadically as if having idle hands. More as if having idle hands than appearing nervous in any way. Let's say. What else do we know about her? She dreams of becoming rich and famous. Okay. His dreams of becoming wealthy and reputable, but business has been hard. Yeah. Has many projects on the go, but never seems to finish them. Okay, so the shop is a dusty old workshop located deep in, what did we call this? Duskway. Located deep in the heart of the Duskway. Operates a market stall in called this the Temple Plaza. So maybe we'll call this the Dusk Plaza, because it's entirely surrounded by the Duskway. Okay, so she operates a market stall in the Dusk Plaza. That often sells little trinkets, but never quite seems to get rid of the higher end inventory. Gotta run and get the wife real quick and finish this secret stuff in a minute. Ooh. Oxy, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate that. Definitely pass on the secrets later on. Oh, that whiskey is so good. She's just a down on her luck person. The shop is in dire need of repairs, but hey, I appreciate that lurk. Really appreciate it. The shop is in dire need of repairs, but Lindsay doesn't have the money to affect them. And now she sells goods like otter skins, horse harness and saddle. Pouches, backpacks. One or two pieces of low-grade leather armor, gathering dust on a stand. Call this de Bolbeck's leather goods. Yeah, that'll be the only patron here. Radigan is a female rat. A rat that continues to come back to her shop that she just can't get rid of. She's taken to calling it Radigan. Perfect. I'm gonna make a service shop for the Temple of Staravia. Let's work out that Temple of Staravia. All right. Maybe it does have a gift shop. Maybe it does. Is there... Let's make this a... What is it? Religious idols and blessings? I wonder what that actually is. High fashion, jewelers and gems, knickknacks, leatherworking, magic items. No, that's a... Okay. That's not actually spells. So let's do this manually without the what's it. We're gonna go class. We're gonna go cleric. Sex random. Alignment good. Plot hooks classic. Race sex or random. Yeah, maybe the temple has a couple knickknacks for sale. We've been getting a lot of dwarf NPCs. I'm gonna go. There we go. Matilda Chaucer. High Priest, Matilda. Let's call her Chasseur instead of Chaucer. Chasseur. Matilda Chasseur. Right? She is a female human. Some elderly woman, backbent with age, waddles with the help of a staff. Powerful cleric and lifelong devotee of Staravia, the Lady of Light. She is the senior human member of her religious order. Her peers and superiors all being elves. Because it was established that Staravia is the primary deity of the elves. I'm actually going to put something in our hooks document. Perfect. Okay. Just adding a couple secrets there. A kindly but old-fashioned and traditionally minded. The description is, I'm thinking like a soaring cathedral. Second most splendid in Staravia's order, after the High Temple itself. The High Temple is located in some elven land that we haven't made up yet. Who are some interesting people that work at the temple? There's a question for you, chat. So temple gift shop sells.
Hello, it's me.
Hey, Vinyl. That's a good blurb. How's it going? Hello. How was your day? Stradivarius.
The pasta we fucked along the way. That's not just the drugs talking.
All right. Hey, Flutter, how you doing? How you doing? Stradivarius, Thornside, Jared, Hopworth, aspiring priest who mainly sweeps the floors. Tell me more about Stradivarius Thornside, Flutter. All right, Megan. Good luck with your writing. So the Temple Gift Shop sells knickknacks such as rare scrolls, non-magical. It is the Temple of Staravia, the Lady of Light, who is the primary deity of the elves in our campaign setting, however, also worshipped by any other being that loves light. What should I call this? It's not called the High Temple, but the Temple of the Sun is the biggest one. All right. So, a man with frayed hair who is obsessed with stars and astrology. Perfect. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, like a Stradivarius violin or guitar. Lazy lute. Basically, I'm thinking maybe he's a bard in service to the temple. There we go. Swagmaster? You're the Swagmaster, Sleepy. I actually started a new community. Oh, I didn't start it yet though. Hold on. Let me start it. Where's my Twitch? Pure rewards, channel points, manage rewards and challenges, community challenges, history corner challenge, start. There we go. So I will do another history corner stream. Oh my goodness. I already have points flowing in. Huge stained glass windows. Let the light in. Also, I'll get you your Streamloots pack in a second there. I also, with Jay Chili's permission, borrowed a page from his book and put in a channel points redemption to buy somebody else a Streamloots pack. So gift a pack to Sleepy, do you want a pack in the general collection or the questions collection? Oh, Flutter, you would have a ton of fun with those. You'd have a ton of fun with Streamloots packs. So if you scroll to the bottom of my page, Did I actually do this? No, I didn't. If you scroll to the bottom of my page and look at the panels, there's a link to stream loots. Basically, they're loot boxes that you can buy, but I can give away for free, so I'm exchanging them for channel points. And inside the packs, you get 3 cards of different sort of rarities, and then you can play the cards to put like a GIF on my screen, or to play a sound on stream, or to make me do something on stream. It's a ton of fun. So you should definitely look into it. So I put you to sleep. Number of packs in the bundle, 1. 3 cards in the pack. I'm just going to give you one of the general collection, Sleepy. So there you go. Yeah, it's tons of fun. All right. Prayer scrolls, non-magical candles, icons, amulets, statuettes of Staravia. They will also sell we had something here. Jewelry, knickknacks, leatherworking, magic items. There's something specifically for religious idols and blessings. Let's make it a good rating. There we go. Keoktom's ointment. Potions of healing, holy water. Holy water. Divine spell. Foci. And spell components up to 1,000 gold. Potions of healing. Keoktom's ointment. And divine. Bruce Campbell Soup, thank you for contributing. How are you doing, Bruce Campbell Soup? Every time I see your name, it gives me a little chuckle. I love that name. Yeah, I can do that. Where did I put it? I think I closed it. Let me reopen it here. So Staravia is... So this is what we have for Staravia. Randy Andy, thanks for contributing to the History Corner challenge. Oh my goodness, 11K already. So lawful good, light, peace, and order. Light, goodness, law, mother, queen of the elves. Her followers are bringers of light, elves, paladins. So pretty standard lawful good kind of deity. Bruce Campbell Soup, thanks for coming by. So happy to see you. How have you been? I hope you've been well. We are today making the capital city of the kingdom that our heroes just entered in our live stream campaign. If anybody is interested in our campaign and doesn't already watch it, we rotate around. We play on different channels every time. This week we're going to be playing on Flutterdye's channel. So make sure that you follow all those streams. Yeah, and this setting is 100% homebrewed. And we're just getting to the point where things are really getting interesting. Like the players have learned the system. They're comfortable with combat. They're comfortable with role play. We're digging into the story now. We've gotten a handle on all our characters and everybody else's characters. All right, let me grab that off you. So, the largest stained glass window features Staravia facing right and holding a yellow, not a hello, a yellow circle with two humanoids standing facing the left, with two much smaller humanoids standing facing the left. Are they facing towards her? Like, are they facing away from each other? Are they facing towards each other, Brucey? Ooh, I love it. Facing her with hands outstretched. Yeah, got to show the god giving people the thing that they're known for. So we're going to be streaming the next session of this at 6:30 Pacific time, which is in about 2 hours. About 2 hours from now, we're going to go live with that. Which means in probably 45 minutes, I'm gonna bring an end to this stream. In 45 minutes, not now, and then go eat some dinner and get myself ready for D&D night. Looking forward to it. So looking forward to this session. Divine, so cleric spells up to, and we said in the city that magic was available up to 7th level. If this is like the second biggest temple in the Church of Staravia, then I think they would reach that level. So up to 7th. Spells cannot be chaotic or evil in nature. I know in 5e they kind of dropped some of the alignment aspects of, hey Goosey, how are you doing today? They dropped some of the alignment aspects of magic and magic spells and things like that. But there are some spells like cause wounds and things like that, inflict wounds, that point to sort of a certainly not a good nature, so they won't do things like that. All right. Can we get a mod to take care of that one? I don't want to become famous. By primes. Thank you, Vinyl. I don't know if I'm already famous. So what have we made so far? We've got Grix's Creature Part Grab Bag, which is like an animal parts shop that rolled a 20 on quality, and so is very, very high quality stuff. Doesn't just sell animal parts, but sells like dragon parts and griffin parts and things like whatever it is. They're goods. Plant for animal based spell components worth up to 1,000 gold. Furs, claws, and assorted animal parts and substances. many of which come from rare creatures like displacer beasts, manticores, etc. We have Dibney Fritz's Pub, which is a dive pub that only sells one type of ale called My Ale and is so bad that the flavor won't leave your mouth until the next short rest. Also sells goat stew with the little bits of fur still in it. So Dibney Fritz rolled a 1 on that one. We've got Midna's Florist Stall. Midna Muddle is a dragonborn who was once an alchemist and apothecary and gave up that life in order to run a flower shop. And so she sells a couple of really interesting flowers that we found, including the glow blossoms that emit light to a 10-foot radius and the whistleweed that whistles loudly when brushed against. Some very useful flowers. You got Shiraz's restaurant. Shiraz Shadeheart runs the most exclusive restaurant and club in the city. The who's who of Lysantia. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so nervous about these questions, Goose. Yeah, so on Saturday, I'm going to be recording a podcast with Goose. He's asked me to guest on his podcast, the Goose and Moose podcast. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Then we have DeBolbeck's Leather Goods. Lindsay DeBolbeck, a female half-elf, is a down on her luck leather crafter. Who sells water skins, horse harness and saddle, pouches, backpacks, 1 or 2 pieces of low-grade leather armor that never seem to sell. And she just can't catch a break. Just can't catch a break with her business. Gonna get real deep and personal. Then we have the Temple of Saravia, which is the main temple there. And here's the city. Look at this. Here's the city, chat. And there's the Temple of Saravia right there. This big building right there on the plaza. We have the castle. Don't worry, I know who runs. Let's actually... Yeah, it's a big city. It's our first big city of the campaign, actually. So you have all sorts of districts mapped out. I did not draw this. This is automatically generated if you do a search for medieval fantasy city map generator. Just change that. You can there's like a browser application on a website that you can use to create this, and you can modify and everything. It's pretty cool. Nice, thank you. For sure, Oxy. Yeah, absolutely, we will. I can't wait to look into it. All right. I think maybe I am going to make the ruler. The ruler is King. Oh my goodness. Mendari, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Wow, that's a huge raid. 61. Welcome, everybody. Are we the baddies? Are we the baddies? Hans. Mendari. Let's get a shout out for Mendari.
I settled on turquoise hair, by the way, for my special halfling. Ooh. And then I wonder if she'll just say whatever we type aloud and then smile when realize she fell for it. God damn it, you asshole.
Haha. Oh no.
You're the worst.
That's so good. Yeah, so I have a little thingy, a little browser extension thingy that will grab a random one of your clips and play it. Yeah, so we're just doing a regular. So I'm the DM for a weekly live stream campaign called The Winds of Chaos. That was, oh boy, I'm a stream baby right now. But yeah, I'm the DM for a weekly D&D campaign called The Winds of Chaos. We are creating... Mendari, thank you so much for the follow. What is that? What? That's not the right... There we go. That's not right, but okay. I don't know what that's doing there. I'll have to fix that later.
Message for you, sir.
Oh, Emerald Blade and M Thor J, thank you so much, both of you, for the follows. Motivated Jackal, thank you for the follow. That's so cool. But yeah, in about DM Stretch, thank you for the follow. Oh, thank you so much for the follows, everybody. I actually don't have... I still love the Holy Grail sounds. Thank you. So yeah, at about 6:30 Pacific time, which is 2 hours from now, approximately, we're going to be doing our campaign. I'm the DM for the campaign, so I'm not a player in it, but I'm playing with a whole bunch of lovely people. That, in fact, if I do the D&D command, we rotate which channel we're playing on. This week we're playing some D&D on Flutterdie's channel, so the first link in that list. That's whose channel we're going to be on. More important, what whiskey am I drinking? Well, I'll get to that in a second. I've actually run out because I'm really trying not to get myself drunk before I DM. So, but I'll talk about that in a second. The Architect _90. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Pepper Patch, everybody. Oh man, it's so lovely. Such a bunch of great people. Or what if I did? Yeah. Oh my goodness. And Vinyl has seen me drunk on stream before. It's not a pretty sight. But we are creating the first major city in this campaign. So our characters have just crossed into a new country. They're not going to the city in tonight's session, but they will be heading there in the future. It's a city called Lysantia. I made this on a website that can kind of auto-generate. I don't like this song. That can kind of auto-generate a city map for you, and then you can make modifications to it. And we're just here, filling it in, putting some interesting NPCs in there. Butcher with mystery meat pies. Oh yeah. Oh, 200 followers, Flutter. Yeah. Congrats. They're at level 5 right now. Yeah, the players are at level 5. All right, so we're gonna make the king right now. But yeah, what whiskey am I drinking? I was drinking a really, really lovely whiskey from my collection. It's made in my town at a craft distillery there. It's called Laird of Fintry. Super, super, super delicious Scotch style whiskey. It's in Canada, British Columbia, Canada, so it's not Scotch because it has to be in Scotland. But it's a lovely, lovely, lovely Scotch style whiskey. Really, really delicious. Not super complex, but just it hits a couple notes, but the couple notes that it hits are really, really, really good. It is single malt. It is a single malt whiskey, yeah. If I were to place it, I would say it's on that boundary between like a Speyside and a Highland whiskey. Or like the friendlier end of a Highland whiskey is kind of where it is. Yeah, Flutter knows. Flutter and I have been friends for decades. And so she visited me and we tried some of that whiskey. What barrel has it been aged in? Actually, it has been aged in Foch barrels, which is a little bit of a different one, a little bit of a really different one, but it's a red wine, that they, hey, Technoclave, thank you so much. Thanks for coming on the raid. Thanks for participating. Yeah, without the E. Yeah, without the E is Foch. Yeah, and Technoclave, come by for D&D later tonight if you want to. If you want to see more, like I do lots of D&D. Every week I do D&D. I also do stuff like Monster Hunter. I'm going to start Animal Crossing pretty soon. I've done Dead Cells with Twitch integration, which is a lot of fun. Every now and then I do a little bit of Vermintide. Mainly survival crafting games. RPGs. I do some retro RPGs, things like that. So if anybody's interested in that stuff, toss me a follow and keep up to date on when I stream, because that would be really cool. You seem like a really cool bunch of people. Doing some city building stuff. Nice. Mandari, I'm just going to take a note of your name here for a second so I can be sure to follow you back. And I don't have it up right now. Do I have? No, I don't have it up right now. I think I have it here. If I do this, the stream is not ending. I do have a follower goal going on right now. Let me actually... I've been remiss. I should have put this on this scene. I just recently redid all my overlays, so I apologize if things are a little bit scuffed. There we go. Hey, 369, nice. I am doing a follower push over the summer, so I'm a high school teacher, and so I don't get much time to stream during the school year. But now that it's summertime, I'm really pushing the streams. I normally wouldn't be streaming at this time at all, not even close. I would just be finishing work and getting ready to head home at this time. But yeah, so in coinciding with my summer streaming schedule, I'm also doing a follower push. My goal is to get to 400 followers by September 1st, which is my 1 year anniversary of streaming. And there's some stretch goals down there and fun things that can happen depending on how many followers we get. All right, so the king of our city. Actually, this so playing D&D with my students, I am the DM and the teacher sponsor of a Dungeons and Dragons club at my school that I play with grade 9 and grade 10 students, so age 14 to 16 roughly. And the campaign setting that we're playing in, the whole story for why we have this campaign Winds of Chaos that we stream every Tuesday is because I started running this club early in my streaming days, and I decided, well, why don't I sort of crowdsource some of the homebrew aspects of my adventure. Thank you, Ameroblade. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I have a lot of fun. It's a job that I love, truly. But I went on stream and I started doing stuff like this, right? Just opening up a Google document and asking viewers, like, you know, who's an NPC that we can put in here? What are some cool things about, what are some cool monsters we can put in there? What are some cool aspects of the setting that we can put in there for the students? And then we ended up creating such a really cool setting and concept that we kind of said, this is wasted on the kids. We want to play in this world too. We built this wonderful sandbox. It's like when you're an adult and you build like a playground for some kids, and they're like, oh man, I never had anything this cool growing up. I want to play on that playground, right? It was the same kind of thing. So we started playing this streaming campaign, and it takes place in the same campaign setting as the one that the students play in, only we are playing 500 years earlier, right? So our campaign that streamed, and the kids have no idea that I even stream, let alone that you know, they know that I have some adult friends that I play a D&D campaign with. That's in the past. Yeah, the Lego town in your, exactly like the Lego town in your basement, a Marrow Blade. Yeah, so basically what we do in this campaign is 500 years back of history in the students campaign, which is really cool, I think, and they love it. Yeah, it was fantastic, Brucey. All right, so who's our king? He is human. I know who our king is, so I'm gonna take this one. I gotta think about. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back, friends. I'll be right back because I need to go get that. I need to go get that tall glass of water that Jinto Lin came in like a madman and is gonna make me drink here. So I'll be right back with that glass of water. See you in a bit. Oh yeah, M Thor J, thank you so much for coming by and thank you for the follow. I hope to see you again soon. Hey friends, sorry for the wait. Here I am. Ooh. Is there an empty chair rule where a random count starts? That sounds neat. What's tell me more, Amaro Blade. I haven't I've never done anything like that. I've never heard of that before. Oh. People in chat just count, is that it? Alright, so for anyone who doesn't know, Jinto Lin just played, you might have seen like a card graphic pop up on stream. That's from Streamloots. You can access it down in my panel. Or you can redeem some channel points to get some... oh yeah, get the Ghost Pepper Wings. Or you can redeem some channel points for me to gift you some Streamloots packs. But, oh my goodness. What's now? Jinto Lin is excited. So Jinto Lin redeemed a card to make me drink a tall glass of water all at once. It was your custom card that was played. Yeah, so Ranting Andy made a custom card for me to drink a whole tall glass of water. This is going to be the second one that gets played ever. It's fridge cold, so I'm not going to be able to chug it all at once, but I'm going to do my best here. It's a tall glass. It's a tall glass, not my normal short glasses. It's a tall one. It's worth 2, as it is. Boy, thank you for the hydrate. Chinto, thank you for the hydrate. Holy. All right. We are looking at King William. Oh, that's neat. That's a neat idea. Yeah, I've never heard of that one either. That sounds pretty cool, Amaro. So King William is a human male, mid-30s. His profession or class is royalty. Chinto, thank you for contributing 2,000 points towards the History Corner Challenge. Once we complete that challenge, which I think I set that to 250,000 channel points. Once we complete that challenge, I will be doing a History Corner stream, which is a stream where I will be talking about history. And I think this one is pirates. I think I set this one to be pirates. So we'll be talking pirate history. I'm a history teacher. I love history. It's my passion in life. Basically, any kind of history. Pirates. Pirates. So, certain class of royalty. He's a man of average height and build, close cropped hair and beard. The royal court of Cornetia, as one of those king. And he's known far and wide for being a kind, if slightly naive king. I should actually keep it. There we go. We'll actually put it in some bullet notes underneath him. So, known far and wide for being a kind and benevolent ruler. New to the throne. Absent the sort of guile and cunning that often comes with it. So ability. Like Nassau, Thatch Jennings, the Boston Newsletter, 1622, Letters of Mark. Yeah, that kind of history. Yeah, we'll talk about some of that. I was thinking I don't want to talk too much about my plans at this point because they're still very amorphous and nebulous. But I'm thinking that what I would love to do is some stuff that's a little less well trodden, right? Like get away from stuff like William Kidd and Blackbeard and things like that. Still touch on like the Pirates of the Caribbean and the role that the Caribbean played in that piracy and why there was a rampant piracy there. But I would like to look at some other parts of the world as well, like piracy around India and the Straits of Malacca and China and things like that as well. DM Stretch, was it you that mentioned before? DM Stretch that you did a bunch of DMing and things like that as well? Pirates and Vikings type history and lore. Nice. Yeah, I love that stuff too. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what what are you working on right now? Yeah, I assume so, hence the name. So what are you tell us about are you in a campaign right now? You're working on a campaign right now? New to the throne, absent the guile and cunning that often comes with nobility. Members of the so more unscrupulous members of the gentry and aristocracy are circling him like vultures, hoping to trying manipulate and take advantage of him. But for reasons unclear, all plots have so far ended in failure. I can't really talk about why on stream because this might be a little bit spoilery. But this is going to be, hey, Wolf. It's not spoilers. It's not spoilers, Wolf. Nothing in here is spoilers. I'm mainly a player right now, but I do have a collab project coming up. But it's currently in the quiet planning phase, so I can't say much yet. Yeah. Oh, I did run a live stream one shot a couple weeks back. Do you stream as well, DM Stretch? Should I be throwing you a follow as well? Ah. Right. Got your name listed down. You wrote the one shot yourself. That's amazing. I did a one shot not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. It was a charity one shot, so we were raising money for a Canadian LGBTQ plus charity. It wasn't on my channel, it was on a friend's channel. But it was a one shot where we would we would do shots for donations and things like that, and oh boy, did it get sloppy. But it was a ton of fun. It was so much fun. We had a blast. My character was so cursed for that one shot. It was the first time I played as a player in ages. I haven't been a player in so long, so I loved being able to do that and just being able to cut loose and not know what was coming. Just not knowing what's going to happen next in the story. Amazing. I hate it, Wolf. I hate it. Oxy, I miss it a lot. I used to play with a local group of friends, but no longer do so. It's hard. It's hard when you're getting older.
Protect me, Squire!
It's so hard as you get older and everybody settles into like careers and things like that. It's hard to get D&D going. So many years working in the pub nightclub trade puts me off. I get that. I get that, DM Stretch, totally. I think I get into the drink like that. Probably, if I had to say how many times a month do I get like that, I would probably need to use like a fraction. Like I wouldn't say that I really get into it that often at all. King Billy? Ha! No, Amaro Blade. I am modeling it after somebody, But I'm sworn to secrecy at this moment. All will be made clear during the campaign. But yeah, this is a modeled after somebody entirely different. So, his first minister, his chancellor. No, I'm not giving you secrets. So Wolf is a player in the campaign, and he's grubbing for secrets right now. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. So his chancellor is widely reputed to be the power behind the throne. A savvy political operator who often deals with the less savory aspects of running a country and keeping a restive aristocracy in line. There we go. There we go. We're all set up. So here's what we have so far. This is all information that like I would 100% readily share this document with my players when they're getting ready to head to Lysantia. But basically, we've got yes, the king is really the king. Yeah. So it's 15,000 population of 15,000, which is a fairly large city for medieval fantasy settings. I think the city of Waterdeep, which is the biggest city in the Forgotten Realms setting, is only like 30,000 people or something like that. Main temple is devoted to Staravia, the Lady of Light. Other religious communities exist and operate with relative freedom. It's a very wealthy city, right? So there's a lot of cash floating around. You can buy well, not any spell, but most spells up to level 7. We've got a animal parts shop run by Grix Fiddlestaff, a kobold who sells exotic animal parts and organs and things like that. We have Dibney Fritz's Pub, which is a dive pub. Jinto, thanks for the lurk, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for playing that Streamloots card, you mad lad. So Dibney Fritz operates a dive pub on the riverside. We have Midna Muddle's Florist. I've never really looked at the Ravnica. Is Ravnica the setting where it's like a city that's subdivided into different districts that are all color coded and run by like different gangs and things like that? Is that what that is? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing? I haven't looked closely at it. Or if I'm thinking of the wrong thing, then I haven't looked at it at all, I'm afraid. What can you tell us about the Ravnica setting? I've heard of it. I know it's out there. So Midna Muddle was a one-time alchemist and apothecary who gave up the professional life to run a humble flower shop that has some interesting flowers for sale. You have a high-class tavern or restaurant run by a Shiraz Shadeheart, a distinguished and debonair older gentleman, worldly, graceful, noble in stature and comportment. He has a pencil moustache, slicked-back hair, grey temples, and his red eyes belie a pinch of tiefling ancestry. He rubs elbows with all of the who's who in Lysantia and wider Comantia. Yeah, Shiraz Shadeheart. So yeah, he runs this exclusive club, or restaurant. It's pretty cool. It's a shield, a couple shield guardians, and a team of former mercenaries and adventurers providing security. You got things like magical floating chandeliers, an Aranese bartender contractually bound to serve the owner, a bugbear busboy, a very skilled but rage-filled head chef, a Gordon Ramsay-esque gnome. Some different types of dishes there. That's the one we're close to. It was taken from Magic the Gathering. Yes. Okay. Because I was wondering, because I started talking and I was thinking, am I thinking of something from Magic the Gathering? So that's why I doubted myself. But yeah. Magic, like Wizards of the Coast, like Magic the Gathering was Wizards of the Coast's OG intellectual property. And I remember that all the way back in elementary school. I used to play Magic. Is that where Mazur is going to eat a certain dragon? Well, perhaps. Perhaps. You don't do Magic the Gathering stuff? It's not for everybody. I enjoy it. Or I did back in the day anyway. I haven't played Magic the Gathering forever. We have DeBolbeck's Leather Goods, a down on her luck leather worker who runs a stall in the Temple Market, but also a dilapidated workshop. The Temple of Staravia, which is the temple of the goddess herself, and her second largest temple devoted to her, actually, which is essentially like a soaring cathedral with huge stained glass windows that let in plenty of light. Really, really cool. And they sell a lot of cleric spells out of there. A new god to blaspheme. And then we have the king of Cormantia, King William. Actually, we're going to put him at the top. Going to put him at the top. Okay. So, I'm actually going to have to... I'm having a blast, chat, but I'm actually going to have to call it an end to the stream there. I've had such a fun time. Thank you so much, Mendari, for that humongous raid. That's so cool. 61 raiders. That's so cool of you. And Mendaria, Marrowblade, M. Thor J, Motivated Jackal, DM Stretch, and the Architect 90. Thank you so much for the follows. Really appreciate that. I have your positivity for the stream. But before I give my positivity for the stream, does anybody have a suggestion for who I should pass on the raid love to? Otherwise, I'll find one. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that, your positivity for the stream is to remember that if you're like me, you've been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. So instead, try approving of yourself and see what happens. So the next time you think to yourself that you're gonna criticize yourself, the next time you do something that you think is worthy of critique, instead of criticizing yourself, take a moment to approve of yourself, and yeah, and we'll see what happens, right? Be kind to yourself. That's all I'm saying. You have a friend who just started their stream. Travis Tavern Talk is a good writer and likes D&D. Let's do Travis. Robert the Bruce 1492. What's your friend's name? How about this? We'll do Travis Tavern Talk now, and I will shoot your friend a follow, and I will raid them in a future stream. Hit save Syra. All right. So don't miss it. we're going to be streaming from Flutterdie's channel tonight in 1.5 hours with this campaign that we have going on right here. In the meantime, we're going to go to Travis Tavern Talk. There we go. We're gonna raid Travis Tavern Talk. And yeah, we'll see you over there. Smoke them if you got them. Let's give Travis Tavern Talk a spicy raid. And I hope to see all of you over at Flutterdie's place in 1.5 hours for the campaign. It's going to be a good one. All right, chat. I love you. I believe in you. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Ghost Pepper, how are ya? There we go. Flutter, thank you for that follow. Robert, how are you? Amaro, good to see you. Thanks for joining that raid. Thanks for that follow, Ghost Pepper. Appreciate it. Robert the Bruce, great name. Oxide, thank you for that follow. What brings you guys here? That's not what I wanted. This one.
Sidious Spire is now following.
Marrow, thank you for that follow. Hey. Thank you, Stretch. Appreciate that. How you been?
Robert the Bruce 1492 is now following.
Doing okay.
The
Wasn't so...
Blade is now following.
There you go. For anybody who... Marrow Blade, I put you to sleep. Thank you for those follows. Appreciate that.
Sleep is now following.
So, Ghost Pepper, what were you doing on your stream? Looks like D&D, was it? Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you. Here's to you. Raise a glass to your face. Pop this right up here for a moment. Harry came over to say hello to you guys. Got Cuddlefish the cat on my lap. You good, buddy? He's needed love today. It's I am writing the next episode of my Kindle Vella thing. This here is Henry McKenna bourbon. It's a Virginia local bourbon. It's a nice bourbon, especially for the price point. And other than that, I've got a Coke Zero over here that I sip on between drinks of this. Thank you, Erwin. It's a pretty good one. Oh, beautiful Ghost. That's awesome. Been a quiet, relaxed day for me. I actually came in. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mostly fantasy and sci-fi. You can see some of the books above me. Here's a quick flash of books that I've written and published under a couple different pen names. I do also. And actually, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm indie also. It's I did publish Silver and Smith Book 2 on the 1st and my 3rd children's book under a pen name on the 30th. I'm waiting for my 3rd audiobook to be approved, and then that'll be out and available. Hold on, the cat's rubbing on the mic. He loves you guys. So has she published yet? Yeah. This is what I want to do when I grow up. Oh, that's awesome. You got her link? You want to put it up for everybody? Don't hesitate if you want to. More than welcome to. Yeah, absolutely. Please put it up there. Let folks find new authors. Support the small guy, right? There we go. I'll pull it up now and Oh, thank you, Flutter. Appreciate that. Absolutely. And let's check this out real quick, too. Good landing page. Oh, you got a sugar glider. There we go. Ah, nice. Very nice. Good covers, good color. You can read the fonts. So important. So many people miss that. Yeah, she has definitely done quite a bit, hasn't she? Well done. Templar. Amazon. Yeah, I'm in here writing most of the time. Most days I'm in here doing that. And this is great that she's always busy with the blog. I am not a blogger. Definitely don't. Not my thing. See, which series? Dreams Things True. Like I said, good covers. You can read the fonts. It's so important. Yeah, it is not my thing. Oh, I do this instead. Hey, it's Stream Raiders time. It's popular. You can do it. It's a thing to keep up. Let's see how we do on this one. And then after this, I will get back to writing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Might be part of it, Wordwin, is the setup. Alright, we're tearing through them. Good night, Stretch. I know it's 1 a.m. there. 1 a.m. So sleep well. Have a good night. Right, we won. Ooh, somebody's getting fit of gold. Vengeful and Data Keg. It's the Barbarian Scrolls. Boss fight. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, this guy looks good. Let's just set him right up in the middle of everything. And let's knock that back down. I get it. I get it. When you're raiding, you're done. Go do your thing. Thank you for that raid. I'll raise that to your face. Absolutely. Going to do a little productivity, and then I'm going to go hang out with my lady. Enjoy your game. May your players fuck with you in all the right ways. And hold on, I'm scrolling through her stuff there.